arrived back on the French shore, and they pressed forward through the Bocage into France, and across from France, Belgium, Holland, and finally into Germany. Our intelligence could be anything. It could be paperwork, recordings, it could be people. Where commandos, British commandos from the Royal Navy, you'll see them with the green lids on, as they call them, the berets, were far behind enemy lines. And what they wanted to do was to find maybe a German officer, that was the best, and capture him and take him back for interrogation. Or maybe make their way into their headquarters, go through all the paperwork that the Germans had probably tried to burn as they retreated. So they could find out exactly how the German army was organised, what the complements were of men, machines, aircraft, anything. And all that information was brought together to make intelligence. And the Royal Marine Commandos here, in this case, P Commando, were making their way deep behind enemy lines when they found their way blocked by a German sentry. Commandos had already found a lot of information, and they were working their way back towards our lines with this information. But how are they going to dispatch this sentry silently and quickly without firing their gun and alerting the Germans to the fact that they were there? And that's how they do it, with a knife into the back. And you can see them dragging that sentry away, keeping him out of the way, and hoping that they haven't been seen. And very quietly and stealthily, they begin to cross the road so that they can make their way back the British lines. But judging by the look of them, I think they might have seen elements of the German army approaching very close to a Morris 8, which is inexplicably parked in France. And if you listen carefully, you can hear German voices coming down that road. And if they find these commandos, that could spell disaster. Now, these commandos were very brave men. They were all volunteers. And the German forces, see, giving fire to the commandos there, they are not just any forces, these are Fallschirmjäger, the German Luftwaffe, paratroops, crack troops, who are fighting a rearguard action by Germany, but are determined to take out this small band of commandos to prevent the intelligence falling into Allied hands. Lots of smoke there. Oh, and there's one of the commandos. Looks as if he's being shot. And the German Home Guard come into action here.
So.
And the Volkssturm, which is the German Home Guard. Some of these men were fought in the First World War. Joining forces with Fallschirmjäger, one of the British Commandos. And this Home Guard has seen action right through Germany. As Allied forces close towards Berlin, these are the men that are defending their home. And coming from the right through the camp, the German Fallschirmjäger, the paratroopers. And this is a combined front against the Commandos, who are putting up a fierce resistance. So let's hear it for the British Commandos, ladies and gentlemen. And we have a mixture of automatic fire here and single shot fire. Single shots from the Volkssturm Home Guard there, from the Fallschirmjäger. And it looks as if one of the German Home Guard has been wounded and is falling back. Oh dear, what a shame. Never mind. And you'll see the Fallschirmjäger there taking up a position on the hill so that they're looking down onto the Commandos. They have then the advantage of height. Very important. The British Commandos are going to be fighting to the last man. Because in 1943, Hitler himself had given the order that all Commandos should be shot, executed without trial. Smoke being laid down. And the Fallschirmjäger and the German Home Guard, the Volkssturm, they are finally closing on what's left of the British Commandos. And it looks as if the Commandos, this time, have been defeated. Oh, thank you very much. It looks as if the Commandos have been defeated. That's better. It goes suspiciously quiet on the battlefield.
Alles klar.
All is well. That means that the combined forces here of the Fallschirmjäger and the Volkssturm, who are attempting to hold up the Allied forces as they move towards Berlin, this time have been successful. They've overrun the Commandos. As I said, the Commandos knew that if they were captured, they would be executed. No trial, no inquiry. Adolf Hitler had given that rule in 1943. The men of P Commando, the real P Commando of the 1940s, joined up knowing that that rule was in place. And if that is not bravery, ladies and gentlemen, what is?
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, what we will see now is that all the participants will form up in front of you. You can see a variety of weapons here. You've got the single-shot Mausers, you've got a shotgun, you've got machine guns, everything that they would be using. And checks will be made of these weapons now to show that they are safe. And what we will do, before you come back onto the field, if we may, is check the ground and pick up any ammunition that has been left here and spent cases. If you see a spent case, can we ask you to please draw attention to one of the men who will pick it up safely. You can see the inspections taking place by the officers. Our commandos will be making their way over as well. And what we are doing today, of course, is making some funds for the British Legion, the Royal British Legion. So if you see the stand over there, they do an excellent cup of tea. That's not them. And please put a few coins in the box there. It all goes to supporting veterans of many world wars. So, ladies and gentlemen, when the Commandos, our surprisingly cheerful defeated Commandos, lining up here, would you please show your appreciation, please, for the Volksturm, P Commando, Royal Navy, and the Fallschirmjäger of the Luftwaffe. Thank you very much indeed. And we will drop the rope in a few moments' time after we've done a quick check and picked up any of our cases. Oh, do beg your pardon, as they often did in the Second World War, they all go to pose for a photograph.
Close up as close as you can so people can take some photographs.
All together.
Mag je die heel veel pakken? Heel veel pakken.
Ja, voor mij mag je dat.
Hoezo moet je ze dan laten liggen?
Cool. Ja? Nou, het is aan de laag hier. Verrassend veel uit. Dus,